Alright, what's up guys, it's Nile, and today I'm going to be showing y'all how I terraform neighborhoods in Minecraft. Also, before I begin, I'm going to deliberately not be showing y'all what's to the left of my screen over... Oh, you got a sneak peek. But I'm not going to be showing y'all that because that video is not out, but it is coming soon, so subscribe and, stay tuned for that. Okay, so pretty much the way I terraform is actually pretty simple compared to a lot of people out there. You'll see people using sand, layering blocks, like they just do crazy things. But in reality, you just need very basic Worldedit experience to do very good work. And it also takes absolutely no time whatsoever to do. So in front of me right here, this whole landscape is actually just unnatural. Aside from the, y'all are getting a lot of sneak peeks of that little house. But aside from the coastline, the rest is all just changed from what it was. I added these trees, I added this flat spot, I've added these mountains, the road, the valley, pretty much all of it, even that sand over there. Also, if you want to know how to make smooth roads like this, they're very easy to make. Go check out my how to make roads with Worldedit video. It's really quick and it'll just give you a quick rundown on how to do that. So as of right now, I'm expanding my world out to the city area because right now I only have neighborhoods. But over here is where we're going to be working today. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the first brush we're going to be using today. For the actual brush item, I'm going to be using a gold sword. I don't know, I just like the gold. So basically we're going to assign a brush to this sword. So we're going to start off by typing /BR, which stands for brush. We'll do S for sphere because that's the easiest object to use. You can use cylinders and whatnot, but you can just look that up somewhere else. We're going to use 2 because that is the block ID for grass. And then we're going to use 6 because we want the size of our brush to be 6, which is actually the max. I've seen people use bigger, but I think you need other mods or whatnot for that. And then we're going to click enter. So now our brush has been created, and as you can see, if I right click over here, it will place a grass sphere. So pretty much how I like to shape my mountains is I just like to do a little outline pretty much like this and just keep right clicking and making like an arch. And it will be a little more helpful if you actually fill in the arch, but I'm not doing that today. So I'm just going to keep placing around, pretty much just like if you're drawing a picture and shading it, you just kind of go in layers. And if you make a mistake, just type in /undo and it will undo your last mistake. And my goal is going to be to try and blend this into this current mountain that's already here. So I'm just going to kind of tap against it and get it to kind of flow from that. It doesn't have to be too clean because we'll fix that in the next step. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go ahead and finish this and I'll see y'all when I'm done. Pretty much where we started was right over here and I've added this whole new section. Okay, so now I'm going to show y'all how to smooth all this out. For that, you're going to need your next tool brush item. And for me, that's going to be the golden shovel. So what you want to do now is you want to type in /BR and all you have to do is type in smooth. And if you right click, you can see it slightly smooths it out. However, we want to make faster progress, so I'm going to type in /size and change the size to 6, just like our last brush. And now you can see it will clear out a lot of land all at once. So pretty much if you just hold this button down and just go back and forth, it will smooth out the whole area and create like a nice natural looking terrain. Now I do want this to be kind of a cliffside, so I'm going to be very careful about how I smooth it out over here because it will like drastically change the landscape. And then blend it over here, and that should work for now on this side. And then you can come to the top and just smooth it out. It's really the most satisfying process ever. And then if there's certain spots like this where there's a hole, just right click another sphere onto that and smooth the top out and it'll just fill it in. And just like that, I've already blended the whole mountain into this area. So like I was saying before, I want to turn this into a cliff. So I'm going to show y'all how to do that. Once again, we're going to need another brush. At this point, y'all already know the steps. /BR, sphere, and now you want to type in stone. Pretty sure the block ID is like 1 or something, but I'm just going to type in stone to make sure. And 6 because that's the size of the brush we want. But y'all already knew that. This time we have to do something a little bit different. What we're going to be doing is assigning a mask. So after you finish, type in /mask. And basically what the mask does is it replaces the block you mask it with the block that you made your brush out of. So since I made my brush out of stone, it's going to mask whatever block I assign to stone, and that's going to be dirt. So now our mask has been set, and I'm just going to quickly right click, and you can see it turns all the dirt into stone. And if this is your first time using Worldedit, this is going to change your life. And yes, I do realize the bottom's a little messed up. We'll get to that in a second. So now I want this to be a little bit steeper of a cliffside where there's not really grass on it. So now I'm going to change my mask to mask over the grass blocks. And you don't have to do anything but assign another mask and change it to grass block, and it just replaces your mask. So now you can see it's doing the grass block instead. And I'm just going to quickly just line the bottom of this area right here, and it's turning out really nice. As you can see, I do need to smooth it out a little better, but I'll get to that in a minute. I'm just going to carry this cliff all the way to here, and then I'm going to put another band along this area that blends into this section. And we're going to change that mask real quick, back to dirt, and quickly just fill in these little spots. So I'm just going to keep smoothing this out a little more until I get like more of a shape that I'm happy with. Because I did think I wanted that original shape, but now I'm changing my mind. And sometimes it does require a little bit of manual work, just coming in and filling in these little areas. Okay, so I'm going to fill in some of these blocks real quick. Now that's looking more like it. Okay, and then last of all, I'm going to be showing y'all how to do actually kind of the easiest thing, but that's going to be flattening land for your houses. So let's say I wanted to build a modern house right here on the edge of this cliff overlooking the ocean, you know, classic modern house style on the cliff. But I need a flat surface to begin with, and then I can make terrain from there, but I need a flat base to work off of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my wand, which if you didn't know, you can type in / wand, enter, and it'll put a wooden axe into your inventory to work with. After you've got your wand, the first thing you want to do is you want to locate what is kind of the flattest level of this mountain. And I'm feeling like it's this level. As you can see, it's very flat, and once I cut all this off, it will go down to that layer. But if I made it this level, it would be a lot of open blocks and it wouldn't work well. So you want to try and find that flat level that you want to work with, and quickly just F3 that and find what level it's at. So as you can see, we're at 93. So now I just need to make sure that we're at 93 when I place our points. Okay, since our level is 93, we're going to pick one on 94, which is this whole level right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my point right here, and we'll left click, and that places our first point. Now we want to go diagonal to that and place our second point. However, this one we want to be above any of the blocks in our selection so that it removes all of them, because it does a diagonal point to a diagonal point and creates a cube within those perimeters. So what I'm going to do is type /up1, and what that does is it gives me a little glass block right below me, and that I can right click on to do my second position. Now all you have to do is type in /set 0, and 0 stands for air. So pretty much we're filling this whole area with a block. However, the block we're filling it with is air, and that removes them. So if I click enter, it will remove that whole selection. So now you can see we have this whole flat section right here, and obviously it's not very clean. It kind of cuts off there, and it didn't do too bad of a job on the left side, but we actually have an area we can build our modern house now. But before we do that, we're going to blend it a little bit. So I'm going to get out our smooth tool, which was our golden shovel, and I'm going to go ahead and right click on this area, and it's just going to smooth out that little edge, and it doesn't look too natural, so it might need a little hand work. But if I just quickly do that kind of everywhere else, you can see that it blends the area pretty well. Why is there a block missing right there? Yeah. So now you can see that we have a perfect little spot to build our modern house. However, you can see there is that little dimple in the middle, and yours might have a few more dimples that are even deeper. And if you want to fix these, you just come over with your wand once again, drop down just how we pretty much cleared the land, create a cube around the whole dimple, and type in /set. And this time I'm going to do 2 because that's grass block, and it'll fill in that whole section right there. But now you can see that we're ready to build our modern house up on top of this mountain overlooking the ocean. There's kind of a slight sloping area right here that you can make a driveway, and if you want to learn how to do that, go check out the road video. I just had to plug that one more time. It should be in the top right corner though, because what's a modern house without a driveway? But anyways, I hope y'all found this tutorial helpful. If you need any questions, I'll try to answer them in the comment section below. I've not been too good at that, but I'll try. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.